This is going to be a long intro. I thought I should give you a pre-warning about that one. It's interesting times. There's almost enough for an unsupervised. However, I thought I'd just tack it onto the front of this podcast, which is with Coach Neil. And we called it Story Time. And it was an interesting one. It's a different side that we see of both myself and Neil. However, before we get to that, it's very interesting times. And I think I got caught up in seeing the chaos and the confusion and the distraction and basically where we are as a planet and as a society and as a people. Things that are going on around the world are unprecedented, yet at the same time it smells, and it smelled from the start. And as it continues to unfold, you have to consider the levels of control that are being put upon us from a global standpoint. And where that ends, what is going to happen. The chess pieces are moving if you pay attention. And the problem is we need a contrast. We need the Great Reset, as it is being said. However, that won't come without a massive piece of contrast. And I don't think we're going to learn unless it is cataclysmic. And I suppose sometimes I like to think that ignorance is bliss. I've always been able to synthesize a lot of data at once. And once I look at a topic, I can gather all the perspectives. And I suppose what I've gathered, it's almost like the dad thing, I'm not angry, I'm disappointed. I thought we were better. Not to say there isn't good people, because there is. However, as a whole, we need to do better in so many ways. And that's me included, and all the other good people that I know. We always have to try and do better. However, I got caught up in the chaos, and I think I got disappointed on a visceral level. 2020 was a crazy year for us all. My nan died, and I had a few interesting field trips and experiences that I've spoken about recently. And I was very disappointed by all that. And I think I went to a place. Look, it's the place where my depression lives. It's the place where my anxiety lives. And I dipped a foot in there for the last week or so. And it was actually some very sage words from Neil that gave me a fresh perspective and brought me around. And it's words we've said 1,000 times on this podcast. You just got to get after it and, reset your perspective. And you can't change what you can't change, right? There's no point letting things that you can't control affect you. A gecko saying hello. However, we can't do anything about it. What we can do is focus on ourselves, focus on our loved ones, focus on our community, and try and make change there. And if shit happens, we're going to have to deal with it anyway. However, this humble little podcast doesn't have much sway as far as goes as decision making, as awesome as all you listeners are. It's interesting to perceive how quickly I can come out of that state once I'm given the right perspective. And I'll be honest and say that the real perspective change came in the House of Pain. I basically punished myself this morning. I hit the bag until I couldn't hit it anymore. I hit it for like 10 minutes straight, 3 Metallica songs, which is probably over 10 minutes. However, I just didn't stop. And that's not something that I've done a lot. Working in the House of Pain, I would use the bag as training, just do a couple of rounds within the workout just for the reflexes and keep the skill set up. However, I hadn't used it as the object of sorting something out. And I honestly believe that for men especially, getting some gloves and just wailing on a punching bag is very therapeutic because it sorts your head out, and it can truly help you if you do something like that, because we're all under a lot of pressure. There's a whole heap of weird stuff going on, and we're all here and we're all a part of it. And to pretend it's not affecting us, the way the media is manipulating it. What do you look at on your phone? There's two diets, the one for your body and the one for your mind. What are you actually looking at? What is your algorithm presenting to you on your social media platforms? Because that's what it is. Like, you are creating your own feed. So if you're tired of all the terrible articles that you're reading, it's because you read terrible articles that you're being sent terrible articles. So, look at puppies for a change. However, I know I said last year that we are living in prophetic times, that this time will be examined by our children's children and their children as to what happened in 2020 and whatever's coming next. I think after the inauguration of Sleepy Joe, I was like, I've been waiting for the other shoe to drop, and it's so fascinating to observe. I think because the reverberations of what happened in America echo around the world, so we sort of have to pay attention to them. I'm worried for them. I'm worried for us all, because they're the supreme power in Western civilization. However, observing the identity politics is getting a bit difficult to do. For example, changing the gender pronouns in all government documents was one of the first things that Biden signed off on. I just think is fucking ridiculous. And there's evidence to suggest that once a society starts doing strange things with sexuality and sexes, that's actually part of the fall. A lot of all the great empires had this weird thing, that they did with their gender and equality. And look, I have met women in men's bodies. I've met men in women's bodies. I've taught them. I've dealt with them over the years. It's a thing. However, it's not as much of a thing as we all think. And why we can't have a discussion about mental illness when it comes to this, and the opioid crisis and all the antidepressants that majority of Western society is on, it's silly. And I suppose for me, where I got frustrated, and not only that, the COVID stuff, it's like, if we're not going to sit down and have an open conversation about the suicide rate, about the depression rate, about the millions of middle-class businesses, or probably not millions, but tens of thousands of middle-class businesses, probably millions across the world actually, that have shut down forever, and the fact that the larger corporations last year, the rich got richer, and how that, if we're not going to have these discussions about what the true impact of what's happening is, and the actual mortality rate of this, yes, it's new, however, we did, so for example, here in Queensland, me and Kath ran the numbers the other night, and 1.3 million tests for 1,040 cases or something means that out of 1.3 million tests, the amount of people that got it is 0.08 of 1%. Okay? So try and wrap your head around that. And if that's the case, what are we doing? This thing's cured heart disease, it's cured depression, it's cured car accidents, it's cured smoking causes cancers. Like, none of this stuff is happening while COVID is around. We're lucky here in Australia, and our government in the state did okay. I wouldn't want their job during this crisis. However, even around the world, yes, more deaths are coming. However, the survival rate is also going up, and that's without a vaccine. And for fuck's sake, it's a coronavirus. It's a version of the flu. The flu vaccine you get every year is not for the flu that's here this year. It's the one that's last year, maybe. And I tell you what, I used to have to get the flu injection for my work when I was doing FIFO. Since I've taught, I haven't got the flu injection. Every year I got the flu injection, I get the flu. I've had the flu, or that version of coronavirus, because that's what it is, once in 6 years, 7 years. Right, and that's mainly because I take my vitamins and I attempt to look after myself, and I'm not real good at it. However, I take my vitamins, I get my sunlight, I wash my hands, and don't forget I'm a teacher. I'm around every class that I have. Someone's coughing and sniffing in the class. I just don't understand. And if you look at the numbers, they don't make sense. And as far as the politics is concerned, yes, Trump is Trump, right? However, there was a good point made on a podcast I was listening to the other day. It was like, we all knew who Trump was, and the American people knew who Trump was before they elected him. I think what we're not taking into account is that they elected him because they were sick of the bullshit, right? They were sick of the status quo. And the Democrats didn't really learn over the last 4 years why Trump was elected. They leaned into some of this leftist fucking bullshit, and I'm sorry, it is bullshit. I'm very central, okay? If that's how it would be described in a left-right political system. Okay, I can see the benefits of both sides. However, when they act in extremes, it's all bullshit. And, you listen to Tulsi Gabbard on Joe's podcast, and she's like, it's like a kindergarten. It's like, well, I actually can echo that. I've watched Question Time down here in our parliament, and they're sitting in fancy wooden chairs, but there's more bloody progress going on down at the local kindergarten than there is there. And I suppose on a global scale, who we've allowed to become our leaders in a business sense and in a political sense, most of them aren't leaders at all. Okay? They are narcissistic, they are arrogant, and they are in it for themselves. They're lining their own pockets. Politicians all over the globe go in worth nothing, come out worth $10 million on 80 grand a year. I'm sorry, what? How does that work? Yet, and we know that happens, and the thing is that it's so much, you could talk about the environment, you could talk about the bees dying, you could talk about the oceans, we could talk about the space junk that is very, very quickly surrounding our planet to the point where we might actually be able to get off the fucking planet because we won't be able to fly through the shit. Like, we are, and this is the other one that people aren't talking about anymore. When the lockdowns first happened in 2020, we were getting photos back of clear water in Venice. We were getting all that the world was healing because we weren't a part of it. I always think about The Matrix and Morpheus saying, Sam Neill saying to Morpheus, it's, the human race is a virus. It goes from place to place. It consumes everything that it can, and then it leaves and it moves on to the next place. And that is a lot of what we're doing. And it's not fucking democracy, okay? We can't pretend that it is a democracy. Technically, Australia is still part of the monarchy, for fuck's sake. We live in a capitalistic, it may be capitalistic democracy, but also just be capitalism, right? The amount of products that you own, the device you're listening to on this was built by a slave. But we pretend that slaves don't exist, okay? But they're okay if we can get our iPhones cheap. But even though they're not that cheap, another smartphone's still $1,000. Doesn't matter which way you look at it, right? And this system that we set up post World War II was always going to fail. It was, okay? You can't make infinite profit on a finite scale, which is what we have, okay? And it's obviously not serving us. I pride myself on being able to talk to anyone. And over the course of my teaching and my working life throughout Australasia, I've literally worked with and for every nationality that exists on the planet. Every colour, every creed, every religion, name it, right? And then most people are the same. Yes, we have societal and cultural beliefs and understandings. However, the core human element, why we are humans and why we exist on this planet, is the same. Yet, we can't see past petty differences. And let's pretend there is the Illuminati, the secret societies, whatever it is. Divide and conquer is the oldest fucking move in the book. And we're falling for it. Again. All these companies and corporations, they only have power because we give it to them. They fear the day that we stand. But I suppose what would make the silent majority stand? Because there is a silent majority in every situation, right? However, doing nothing is still doing something. So at what point are we going to do something instead of nothing. Because if we're not careful, and if you open your eyes just a little bit, you can see where it's going to end up. And it's not going to be pretty. I fear that they're going to get us to try and throw bullets at each other again. I would like to hope that we could stand up as one and go, say, no, we're not fucking doing that anymore. However, the obedience of the larger society is a little concerning. I'm not an anarchist. Well, I suppose I am an anarchist of sort at heart. I don't like being, you put me in a box, I'll jump out of it just for the sake of you trying to put me in a box. So I've always thought differently. However, if you think about the current situation and where we are and where we're going, objectively and rationally, there's big issues. And if we don't address them as one, and that's as humans, right? You know, it's the age-old thing, isn't it? Imagine if you took 20% of the money that we spend on defense in every single country and collectively put it to whatever, alternative energy, space, like whatever. How quickly could we advance ourselves? Yet we get stuck in these narratives and these belief systems. And the thing is that some of these things don't serve us, right? So, you know, I was at a place before today that I didn't really want to get on the mic. I was asking questions of myself, and there is some interesting questions to contemplate about where this is going and what am I actually doing with it and what is the goal. However, trying to keep an eye on everything and trying to understand everything and see where it's all going at once and seeing nothing but the chaos, that is a belief system that I've had, right? And it's one that doesn't serve me. And it's a belief system because I think that that's good, trying to keep an eye on a million things at once, right? However, how is that? That actually doesn't serve me, right? There's only certain things that I can affect, okay? And if the things that you can't affect get out of control, then you get stuck in that place, right? And that'll bring you down. Should you, as a human, try to be as aware as you can about the comings and goings of not only the country but the globe? Yes. Should you be observant and aware? Yes. However, there's a point where you can't actually let it affect you because you can't fucking control it. And I think that's what I'd done. Yet it's interesting, go back to the basics and reset and go again with a different perspective. Okay. You know, we've said the word perspective on this podcast. I don't even know. I wish I had $1 for every time we did. However, you can change it, okay? And always remember, guys, that my perspective is just my perspective. I don't want you to agree with me. I don't actually expect you to agree with me. In fact, if you wanted to have an honest conversation, at times I'd prefer you disagree with me because then we can seek another perspective. Because I'm not tied to the ideas that I espouse. In fact, I welcome a changed idea, right? I welcome more evidence to build upon another perspective, or at least being able to get those perspectives. Don't ever forget the mirror ball, guys, right? You've got to collect those tiles on your mirror ball so you can react in a manner that befits your station as a coder, okay? That's part of the poem that I wrote, the Coder's Oath, for this podcast. And I think I've ranted for long enough. So where I want to finish is we all must be aware. However, at some point it's going to become undeniable that we need to do something collectively. Everybody wants it to return to normal. What is happening day to day now is redefining that. And I hate the new normal because it hasn't finished playing out yet, ladies and gentlemen. It's not even fucking close, right? If we don't, and yeah, I'd love it to, well, you know, shit happens for a reason, right? I think we needed to learn from something and they needed to try and exert as much control as they could and see how far they could go if such a narrative like that exists. And it's hard not to see it in some stuff, right? How with all the conspiracies, it's hard to wade through the bullshit. This is just my perspective looking at it from objectively as I can. We will have to stand at some point And I don't know what the reason's going to be, or I don't know what the contrast is going to be. And I am worried for us. I'm worried for the world. I'm worried for us. I foresee rocky times ahead, and I hope that I'm wrong. However, we can't keep doing what we're doing, right? If we need to evolve that. Spot on, mate. Couldn't agree more. We need to evolve how we think about ourselves, about our loved ones, about what is actually good not only for ourselves and our loved ones, but each other, and each other regardless of colour, creed, religion, sex, politics, right? You know, and the thing is if someone wants to be a gender fluid unicorn, if someone wants to be a gender fluid unicorn, let them do it. That's cool. But there's no need that you shouldn't have to bend the fucking knee because someone wants to do something different, right? That's actually not moral, and it's not fair, okay? Everyone should be welcome. Everyone should have equal opportunity. However, equal outcome is up to the individual because everybody is different. And we are different. I'm not going to play that fucking game, okay? And there's boys and girls, and yes, there's in-betweens. However, that's it. I can't deal with that, okay? You know, I grew up around gays and lesbians. I have no problems with anybody of any persuasion. However, don't throw it in my fucking face, okay? That's not cool, right? And we shouldn't have to bend the knee. That's not cool either. We shouldn't have to bend the knee for anything, right? You know, there's the classic 300 meme. All we require is that you take a knee. Well, you see, that's going to be a fucking problem, okay? Because we should never have to take a knee, especially when something is morally unjust. And I think there is a lack of morals in modern society. Where's the honour? Where's the chivalry, the gallantry? Where is the respect? Where is the understanding? There's a basic set of human rules that everybody knows to get along, because you can get 99.9% of people one-on-one and find something in common, and they're pretty cool people. They're interesting. However, every now and again there's a bad egg. That's the reality of our existence. We can't allow the bad eggs or the extreme sides of ourselves and each other dictate our existence when majority of us live in the middle. We're being pushed to a point of no return. Okay. Now, I don't know where we're actually going. It's very fascinating. There's multiple directions that I could see that it could go. However, none of them are very fun. And, you know, a sobering thing that Mr. McDermott said the other day was that it would only be our grandchildren's kids, so our children's children, so 2 generations before they couldn't understand what we have now, if the shit was to hit the fan. Think about that. In 50 years, it'd be a distant memory of what we used to have. Okay, and for whatever reason, most of the stuff we got's pretty cool. If we could be cool with each other, why can't we just be cool? And, you know, we just need to be more equitable. And it's a hard thing because of the system that we are in, yet no one, you know, the Forbes list is cute. The trillionaires look at the Forbes list and go, oh, you made that much money, right? But no one should have $1 trillion fucking dollars, or $2 trillion, or however many. And isn't the US government in debt by $2 trillion? Like, who the fuck do we owe that money to? The Decepticons? Like, who the fuck? What is going on? It's all FUBAR. Yet, I want to believe that we could exist together. I don't know how that way takes shape. However, I want to believe that. And I think maybe I had stopped believing that. I'd maybe stopped not believing in myself. However, I'd slipped into belief systems that didn't serve me. And it can happen. It happens to all of us. But that's okay. How long does it take you to reset? That's the key. Reduce those mounds. The interval that it takes you to dip below and dip into the darkness and the mud and the shit. How long before you come back out of that? And you just got to make those instances shorter and shorter. Well, look, that was a hell of a rant. I just want everyone to be cool. And I am worried, and I think that affected me for a minute. However, onwards and upwards. We're going to have Brendan Murphy back on the podcast next week to give us the lowdown on what's been going on. And this podcast, this is cool, okay? It was late in the refinery, and it was Neil's first time out to the refinery, and we were having a good time. And we weren't even sure we were going to record, and we ended up turning the mics on and just telling some stories. Some of them pretty crazy. Like some of the stories Neil told me were pretty crazy. Some ones I told him he thought were crazy. You know, it's interesting how you gather experiences in life. So these one is just story time. As per Mr. Getty's request, the opening song to this podcast is Paranoia by Black Sabbath. I'm going to close with I Know You, because obviously with the work that the Black Dog Brotherhood is doing, it's very important, and make sure you get on and support him on Facebook, Instagram, all the things. He's doing some very, very quality work, and I can appreciate that, and he's given it a red-hot crack and having some really excellent results. The community there is a great bunch of people, and, you know, it's a privilege to see what he's doing and have these conversations with him. That's it, guys. Thanks very much. Again, sorry for the rant. I needed that. Hopefully it gave you some perspective. Look, I'd love to hear from you. Hit me up, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. unlockingthecode9@gmail.com. Thanks very much. Stay focused. Be kind. Be good to your brothers and sisters on this big blue ball hurtling through space. Look after yourself. Look after each other. Be cool. And we'll talk soon. Cheers. G'day everyone, welcome back. I have with me Neil Geddes. How are you, man?
And I am really good. Stoked to be here.
It's late, man. We're in the refinery. We weren't actually sure we were going to record tonight. We've just been having an experience, haven't we?
We have. It's been just conversation, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Conversation. And
we decided to set the mics up. And you asked me whether I had any ghost stories, and then you started with a story. And we thought, you know what? Let's record some stories. And yes, that is Black Sabbath you hear in the background. We're experimenting tonight. We're just having a play around. and giving a
That sounds cute.
yeah. Yeah. We're trying to play around.
I know what the Vaseline's for now. Oh no.
Oh no, that went south quick, man.
My bad. Oh, and that was me.
But anyway, dude, you were gonna. We thought we'd share some stories, maybe some tales, or I want you to share the story you just told with your mate, what you saw in the state forest, man, because that is...
Yeah, so it's not so much a ghost story as something that actually happened. So I think I was about 17 or 18. I was living just south of Newcastle in New South Wales at the time. And I'd been out at a beach party.
Yeah.
And I was, really, really drunk and maybe allegedly, Your Honour, a little bit high. I was like, I was 17, 18 at the time, whatever. And we're driving back and we're going through like a patch of state forest.
Yeah.
And there's like a truck stop. And as we went past the truck stop, I was just sort of like gazing out the window, enjoying my life. And then I saw what I thought was a dude walking out of the bushes with, it looked like he had a human head in his hand, like a woman's head and like blonde hair, and he was holding it.
Yeah, right.
And straight away, I'm like, nope.
No, didn't see that.
Nope, didn't see that. You're stoned, you're drunk. Nope, allegedly stoned, Your Honour. I'm like, nope, didn't happen. And I just went back to looking out the window. About 5 or 10 seconds later, my mate who was driving went, "Did you see anything back at that truck stop?" I'm like, whoa, why?
What did you see?
What did you see? What did you see? And he's like, no, what did you see? And I'm like, no, you, what did you see? And he goes, I thought I saw a dude holding a woman's head.
Oh, no.
And straight away, we just like, fuck do we do? We just legged it.
But
it was in the Belangolo State Forest area, and it was around the time of the Ivan Milat fucking murders.
It was old Ivan was doing his work.
Potentially, yeah.
Wow. Isn't that trippy? And the thing is, like, if you saw it and no one else saw it, it's like...
That's what I wasn't going to say anything because I'm like, no way. No, that shit doesn't happen. That's shit's in movies.
Wow. Yeah, because I was talking about before, I was like, I don't think I've told this story on the podcast, that me and my mates, when we were younger, we saved a couple from a rollover. And, we were driving through Litchfield National Park, and I looked in my rearview mirror to see a GQ Patrol barrel rolling through the mirror into a tree. And it's like, did I fucking see that? You know what I mean?
Like, you can't believe that it's actually real.
I'm not sure that happened. Turns out that one did happen, and the dude was all fucked up. He's hanging out of the window jam of a GQ Patrol. And yeah, we thought he was gone. But, it's fucking...
How bad were his injuries?
Had his left arm all down his left side, so his left shoulder had been dislocated, like he'd been twisted out.
Oh, sort of like his arm had been like twisted and almost ripped off.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fuck.
All his ribs and shit. So we put him in the recovery position. It was actually a really interesting perception of people, because this patrol, like, the only thing looking back, like, the chick was driving, she was okay. She climbed out of the driver's seat through the windscreen.
Yep.
But he was all messed up, right? I think she had her seatbelt on. And the only thing I would do was turn the ignition off, because the car caught fire.
Yeah.
Like, it fucking melted to the ground.
Yep.
And so what happened was, we had a couple of chicks with us. There was a few friends of mine, James, Patricia, Maddie Wright, who may he rest in peace, and an English bloke, I can't remember his name. But anyway, so we got the English bloke and Trish to look after the injured dude.
Yep.
We got a towel, put him in the recovery position, but obviously on the right side. You should preferably left, but we put him on the right because that's where his damage was.
Yep.
Gave him some water. First car that pulled up, we tried to send him back to the ranger station, because we're 150 k's from fucking nowhere, man. This is Litchfield National Park.
This is like, out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah.
Northern Territory, outside Darwin. Yeah, like, we're 130 k's from town.
Yep.
And so send him back to get the ranger. And so then we thought, shit, the car's on fire. We'll make a, barrier at either end.
Yep.
So 2 blokes ran one way, 2 blokes ran another way. And we tried to flag people down. And we had fucking dudes go round us at 100 k's an hour. Like, fucking...
No shit.
Unbelievable, man.
Just didn't want a bar of it.
Nah, and then other people stopped right next to the fucking car, take photos.
Take photos?
Yeah. Where it's on fire.
What the
And I didn't know
fuck?
whether it was petrol or diesel. Like, I didn't know whether it was... I think it must have been diesel, because it didn't go bang.
Yeah.
However, I didn't know that,
What is wrong with people?
Yeah, crazy, man. Crazy. Yeah. But yeah, he survived. He was all right. We've got a bloody write-up in the paper about it. I think it's in there somewhere, the paper. I'll show you later. But yeah, that was a trippy fucking experience, man. You know, but the things you just do that, you know, like, you know, and the article they wrote was pretty good back then. It's like, they're like, oh, you guys are heroes. It's like, we're not fucking heroes.
It's just called being a decent human
being.
being.
Yeah, exactly. We watch some dude roll over. We're not going to, you know.
Out there, if you guys hadn't stopped, it could have been a death sentence. Fuck knows how long you would have had. Fucking
exactly.
Until the next car actually stopped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. And it's like, no, I would have hoped the fucking person that come after us would have done the same. You know, if that was us, I hope the next person that come along would help us out. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Isn't that just being, as you say, being a decent person? That's all we're doing.
Yeah.
Trippy stuff, man. But yeah, I've had some trippy experiences, man. Like, here's one I have told on the podcast before, but it was a couple of years ago. So when I used to live in Nullarbor in the NT. That's where I finished my high school.
Yep.
We had a big upstairs Queenslander house.
Yep.
And
so that's like proper rural, eh?
That's on the tip. So Darwin's on one tip, Nullarbor on the other tip.
Yeah.
But it's 3,000 people in the middle of nowhere in an aluminium mine. That's basically all it is.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like, very cool experiences, man. But yeah, I got my license at 15 and 9 months and 1 day. Because you get it at 15 and 9 months. Yeah, we were at I played in Arnhem for like those couple of years there. Went out in all sorts of crazy places. But I had the corner bedroom, and I had like bunks, but they were in an L shape, so like was against the wall, and then there was another bunk underneath like that, and I was on the top bunk. It's about 15, 16, somewhere in there. And, this one night, I fucking woke up, and I swear that there was a presence in the corner.
Yep.
And I can't tell you why I say this, but it was like a little girl, like in a ball.
Yeah. And
she was scared, right? And I was scared because I was like, "What the fuck is that?" Like,
yeah.
But it was. I got that it wasn't malevolent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She was just scared.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, so what do? I can't go to sleep. Like, what is this in my room here? And so I think I physically said to her, look, it's okay. You're safe here. You can hang around here. It's okay, right? And it sort of calmed down, for want of a better description.
Yeah. And
I must have fell back asleep. Now, that presence came back probably about 10 days or so from memory. And we sort of got comfortable, really. And I sort of said, look, there's a bed here. If you need to rest, you can rest, you know, like what else do I do? There's this presence in my room, right?
And not much I can really do to change this situation
no,
at the moment.
It's okay. It's just, this is what's happening. And then the night that I said it could get in the bed, I'm not saying there was a lump in the thing already, but I just sensed that it was in the bed.
Yep.
And then it left, never came back.
Yeah,
so
right.
I think it was looking for rest or release or something, a wandering spirit, maybe. I don't know, man.
Me and my fiance share a demon. I think we think that it's attached to her, and it gets confused because we do we both have 50-50 custody with our respective kids. So we sort of get a week where we're with our own kids, and we get a week where we live together, and we generally just stay at my place.
Yeah.
And I think whatever it is, it gets confused between where she is, and sometimes it'll just pop up at my place. But we've actually named it Fred. It's got a name.
Right.
And Fred plays by the rules because when you tell him to leave, he actually leaves. He doesn't hang around. So it's almost like a part of my nightly routine. If there's something funky feeling in my room, I'm like,
fuck off, Fred.
Literally, Fred, you're not fucking welcome. You have to leave. It's like, maybe it's nothing. Maybe I'm losing my fucking mind, but I ain't going to chance it.
Yeah. If it makes you feel better, man, it doesn't matter.
Well, man, when it first started, because Jamie, my fiance, she's the one who's like telling me about all this crazy shit happening to her, and I hadn't seen it. And then it started happening in my room as well, and I was like, fuck. But then it's sort of at a point now where it can be at either house or both houses.
Yeah, right. It's existing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Look, there's other things out there. Look, another ghost story I've got was one of my good mates growing up, his brother, Craig, he went he got killed in a motorbike accident, but a really trippy one. Like it just 1 in a million type shit.
Yeah.
One bike come one way, one bike come another way, and it basically took his head off. The bike going like this took his head off.
No way.
No shit, man. And like the chances of 2 bikes being in that spot at that time. But yeah, interestingly, and when he left, he told his mum he loved her and all this sort of stuff. Like it was the weirdest thing.
That's insane.
But we were at Steve's place, and because I went to stay with him because I was playing with him at the time. Well, we were children, not,
Yeah.
we're hanging out.
Yeah.
And I stayed at his house because he wanted me to stay with him. And I woke up in the middle of the night, and I fucking swear to anything that Steve was sitting up talking to Craig.
Yeah, right.
And they were having a conversation, and I remember looking at it and going, hang on, that's not for me. And I went back to sleep.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And Steve said the next day that Craig came and talked to him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I've had a bit of a reoccurring role with my old man popping up in my life. My dad died of cancer when I was 19. He died at 43.
Yeah,
and
right.
There's been a couple of like incidences involving either my kids or myself, and it's kind of weird. Like there was one, and I think this might have been the very first time. So after he passed away, I was with my my ex-wife, my wife at the time. And I think we'd only just started going out. So I was still pretty young. Like I was in my early 20s, so my old man had only been passed for a couple of years at that point. And I'd worked the night before, so I was sleeping during the day, and we were due to go out for a party that night. And she's woken me up, and I remember when she woke me up, I said like I was having this dream, and I couldn't fucking figure out this dream, right? And in this dream, it was really important that I ring this phone number, but I can only remember the last 3 digits of it, and it was 022. I'm like, she goes, that's your number. She read me back my number. I'm like, holy shit, that's the number. Basically, in this dream, I was having this fucking tripped out dream that I had to contact myself for fucking, immediately for fucking security or some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Weird, whatever. So we get ready, we're going to this party, and we're driving along, and to me, it's really hard to explain. So I felt like there was somebody in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And it was to the point where the hair on the back of my neck started to stand up, like I looked back because I was dead set convinced there was somebody in the back.
Yeah.
But there was nobody there, but the presence fucking stayed, right?
Wow.
And it got so intense that, here you go, for those playing along at home, fucking the hair on my arm standing up just fucking thinking about it. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, just chill. Don't freak your girlfriend out and start fucking saying there's something in the car. But then she goes, can you feel that?
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck. And I like, feel what? And she goes, it feels like weird in here. And as soon as she said that, no shit, temperature in the car started to drop, and the window started to get fucking condensation. And it was like in summer, Sydney summer.
Yep.
And it started to get chilly in the car, and the window started to fog up, and we both started to freak the fuck out. And I said to her, pull over. Just fucking pull over. Stop the car, pull over. And we pulled over to the side of the road. And about 5 seconds after we pulled over to the side of the road, this fucking, I think it was a black Commodore from memory, comes screaming past. We're talking high hundreds, low 200 fucking Ks an hour. And as soon as that car went past us, everything in the car went back to normal. Presence left, fucking condensation, fucking, like all the temp went back to normal. Stopped. As soon as we got out of the way of that fucking car going past.
Right. So you reckon maybe it fucking saved you from a...
Yeah. It was fucking... And the fact that, like, obviously, my missus was in the car with me at the time. It wasn't just me losing my mind, but it was... Oh, and that car, so it turned out, we found out the next day, had been involved in a fucking gang hit. They'd executed some dude in a parking lot, and they were fucking scooting away from that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so we didn't find that out till the next day.
Fuck, that's trippy, man.
Yeah.
People looking out for us, eh?
I reckon it's my old man.
Yeah. I would be, man.
Well, my oldest daughter, who's almost 13 now, when she was still a baby in a cot, we used to catch her. So my old man used to sing. Like, he was in the Navy, but he also used to sing. He did singing in concerts right up till, he got sick.
Yeah, right.
So he just loved his singing and loved performing. And my daughter, who was in a cot at the time, she would be sitting in there and singing with somebody back and forwards that we couldn't see. She'd do it all the time. We'd hear her on the monitor singing with fucking someone.
Really?
Like, going back and forwards, but we're only getting half the fucking broadcast.
Wow.
Yeah, and she later on, so she never ever met my dad. My dad died before I had any of my kids.
Yeah.
And I had a photo of myself and my dad. And she came in and she pointed to that photo and said, Poppy. Pointed to my dad and said, Poppy. She never met him. Didn't know what he looked like. Didn't even know who Poppy was.
Yeah, she did.
She ID'd him and fucking said, Poppy.
She did, man. They're closer to the veil, dude. They're closer to the veil. They're closer to the spawn of creation. Like, I do think younger children, I think everybody has the ability to see and feel different things. However, it's bred out of us to a point. You know, we were
talking about this before and how things are changing with me, with what I listen to and my feelings and my personality and that, the changes in that.
Yeah. Everybody, you got to just be at one with yourself, man. Everything's energy, dude, you know, like, and I think for sure energy, it's just the next step. Death is just the next step. Energy transmutes into something.
Yeah.
You know, and the bottom line is we do not know what makes us conscious, right? What makes me Triffin and you, Neil? That's called the hard problem in neuroscience. They don't know. They don't know why we are who we are. But that essence, that soul, that's from fucking wherever it's from, you know? And I think they can check on us. Like, I remember my granddad's funeral. He was a staunch Holden man.
Yeah.
Through and through. I'm literally carrying him. I have his coffin in my right arm, right?
Yeah.
Me and my cousins. And we walk out, and there's a Ford hearse. And I hear in my ear, as I'm sliding my granddad into the fucking hearse, in my ear goes, they could have got me a fucking Holden. And it was my granddad. and I was like, yeah, man, right. And then I slid him in, and
right.
I no joke, man.
Did you ask if any of the other guys had a similar experience, who are the other pallbearers? Because wouldn't it be interesting if they all fucking heard something, but nobody said anything?
Actually, I might get in touch with them. I'll see. That could be an interesting experiment. But yeah, for sure, man. I heard I could have got me a fucking Holden. Like,
my older brother and I had the same dream about our old man not long after he passed away, actually. Same thing. Fucking, I had a dream that I was sitting it was just a room and 2 chairs, literally black room, 2 chairs. And I was just sitting and having a conversation with my old man. And he was just telling me that everything was going to be all right because it was in that, just lost your dad, whole world's falling apart, everything's shit.
Yeah.
And it was a very simple dream, just us sitting in a dark room on chairs and him telling me everything's going to be all right. And I told my older brother the next day, I had this dream about dad last night. And he went fucking white as a ghost because he had the exact same dream the night before.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, they have and I think, I've got granddad's initials on my bike,
Yep.
He rides with me sometimes. Every now and again I'm riding, I feel like someone's riding with me. And I used to sort of fucking freak out a little bit. Then I'm like, now I don't. It happens. It doesn't happen as often anymore. He's been past a few years now. However, yeah, every now and again, because I ride by myself primarily, so it's like I'm riding solo. But every now and again, I feel like there's someone riding with me.
Yep.
Because he was a professional bike racer back in his day. That's what he used to do, ride road bikes.
Badass before there was badass.
Yeah. And oh man, you should see the stuff he used to ride. Like, it's unbelievable.
Wouldn't pass fucking workplace health and safety these days.
But that was the problem.
She'll be right.
That was the problem, dear old granddad, when he started to get a bit older. Because even like at 80 years old, he'd come and pick me up from the airport when I go and visit.
Yeah, no shit.
At Melbourne. Yeah. He's like, I'll come and get you. But what started happening is he start telling his stories, and he'd fucking like, oh, we used to ride down there, and the car started to go that way. Like, granddad.
Yeah. Just like, as he's driving, just keep one hand on the wheel for him. Just in case.
But yeah, no, may he rest in peace, man. Like, yeah. But I think there's every religion is basically the quest for what happens when you die. That, and ultimately we don't really know. However, I think by and large, majority of people, even stark deniers of paranormal and that sort of stuff, if you sit down and have a conversation, everybody's had some sort of experience, man. You know what I mean? There's some weird shit.
Life is just experiences.
Yeah, exactly.
If you haven't had a fucking experience, what have you been doing for the last, how many years?
Yeah, that's right. And everything's about experience. What was I thinking about? I was just thinking about another story to tell. Oh, that's right. So you wouldn't have heard this. I've told this one as well, but it's fine, whatever. I'm going to stop saying that. Me and my offsider were coming back from Dolby. And see, the thing is that basically we were told after midnight we could go home. So what we do is we go and fucking sleep for 4 hours and get up at midnight and drive home and be home for sunrise for,
Yep.
And we're driving through the middle of the night. And it's a fucking dead flat road out there, man. It goes on forever.
Yep.
And there's nothing, right? And like we know, I'm out there on the projects. Like I know where the rigs are and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
There's this fucking light in the distance. This fucking bright light. And just didn't do anything. Just didn't go anywhere. It was always the same distance from us. It was all, and it was like a min light. That's how they describe the min lights, right? There's just like lights out there.
Yeah.
And there's nothing out there.
You just can't get to them.
There's nothing out there. And then like it was always there, and it never got any further. It never got any closer. It was always there. And we followed this thing for 20 minutes, man. Or, like to the point where me and my side were going, we're both seeing, we're actually having a conversation. We're both seeing that light.
Yeah.
And we're like, there's nothing out there. We know where everything is. There's nothing out there to see,
Yeah, yeah.
And then, just switched off. And we're just like, fucking hell. That was trippy. Like, I don't know what that was, but, yeah. It's crazy, man. You seen any trippy shit on your travels?
Seen. Man,
Or experienced?
Man, I backpacked around. So before my old man got sick, actually, that's what I was doing. I stopped backpacking to come back and help look after my old man. But yeah, I backpacked and was doing fruit picking work for about a year and a bit. And I've got journals somewhere of that period of my life.
Yeah.
I reckon you could make a fucking movie out of it, hey?
Yeah, right.
It's just looseness piled upon looseness.
Yeah, right. Any stories stick out?
I'm trying to think of ones that won't incriminate me too much. All right, actually. So I was traveling with a dude. I think his real name was Gary. I should know this, but his nickname was Stretch because he was real fucking tall.
Yeah.
My nickname was Wombat. Eats roots, shoots, and leaves. And we went by Stretch. We went by Stretch and Wombat everywhere we went, and like we travelled. So he had his truck license, and he had an old Pantac, like the old bread trucks.
Yeah, Roger.
So
yeah.
the cab is separate from the fucking like where you drive, and it's like you got to physically get out and walk around and put a roller up at the back.
Yeah.
We lived in the back of that. We decked it out. We fucking chucked a couple of mattresses in there, and we got like gas cookers and some chest of drawers that we fucking lashed in. And
Yeah, right.
we lived in the back of that, and we essentially just fucking travelled from one place to the next fruit picking. That's what we did. And it was just carnage.
Yeah, right.
So we were just outside of Gundawindi.
Yeah.
And we were stopped, and we just go to local parks, use their barbecues, cook up, that sort of stuff. And we're in like a local park, and this dude comes over and just starts chatting with us. He's backpacking, whatever. He hasn't eaten in a while. Basically asks if he can fucking hang with us and fucking
Get a feed.
And we're like, yeah, man, that's cool. No dramas at all. And it turns out Jeremy was a juggler. So in exchange for us fucking giving him a feed, he put on a fucking juggling show for us. And
bullshit.
This dude could fucking juggle. I swear to God, he had like 10 things in the air just going, and he was doing like under the legs and turns. Like the dude was a legit fucking street juggler. Is what he did. And we were stoned to tell at the time because that's what you do when you're backpacking.
Yeah.
And and we're like wicked. So we're like, well, do you want to stick around? Have a bit of a smoke in the back of the truck with us, whatever.
Right.
So we got in the back, and we're having a bit of a scoochy scooch, and he goes really quiet. He just stops being involved in the fucking conversation.
Mm.
Was that a snake that just fucking moved in the refinery?
No.
What was that fucking noise? Are we
I don't
gonna
know
die?
what that noise was.
I feel like I need to put my feet up. Anyways, so we're mid-conversation, whatever, and Jeremy just stops talking.
Mm.
And we look over at him, and he's got like a chisel that he's picked up, just something that we had lying around from a toolbox or whatever. And he's just fucking running his thumb backwards and forwards over this fucking chisel. But he's looking at us while he's doing it and just not saying anything.
Oh, no.
And we're like, hey, what's up?
You okay, man?
Yeah, sort of like, you all right, man? You good? Didn't say anything. Just sat there, just fucking rubbing his thumb across his fucking chisel. And then he just looks at us and he goes, holds up this fucking chisel, looks at the chisel, looks at us and he goes, do you know how much damage you can do to a human body with one of these?
Oh, fuck.
So me and Stretch, being on the exact same wavelength, we didn't even need to communicate. We just rushed him. We just fucking rushed this cunt because the back doors were slightly like cracked so we could get out.
Mm.
So we just pushed him straight through them and just launched him out the back of the truck at fucking high speed. We've just thrown his shit. We've had to like run around to get into the fucking cab to drive. Just taken off and left this cunt, right? And then we found out a couple of days later, and there was like a fucking serial killer that got picked up just outside of Gundawindi. Some dude who was fucking hacking up backpackers.
Oh, you're joking.
True story, man. I've got it in my journal somewhere. I should bring that. That'll make for a whole episode on its own.
Wow. No bullshit.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy, dude. Wow. Like, how close were you then? Like, that's a fucking... There was a window there, man.
It was just... Everything was like, this dude was cool. He was juggling. He was fucking... And then just once we got in the back there, just chit-chat, and then just fucking stopped. It was like... Fuck.
Yeah, right. Fuck. Wow. That... I don't know what I can do to beat that story. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. She was going to do you in with your own chisel as well.
The nerve. Use your own fucking chisel.
Yeah, exactly. Where's your knife, man?
Yeah, if you're going to murder somebody, bring your own tools, for fuck's sake. It's like bumming a durry and then asking for a light as well. You rude bastard.
Yeah, right. So that's 2 close calls you've had with bloody...
Well, I had another one as well. Well, it wasn't anything as severe as that, but I had another one while I was backpacking. Same thing. Dude picked us up. And I jumped in, told him where I was going, and like, he was just weird. He's just a big, fat, weird dude. Picture a dude who lives in his mum's basement and plays computers 24/7 and just eats junk food. Yeah. That's what this dude looked like, right? He was just a deviant. I'm like, weird dude, fuck. Yeah. And he's like, the conversation was like pulling teeth. It was just like, I'd be like, hey, how you going? You live around here? Just chit-chatting. But he was just really awkward, and then there was a long, awkward silence, and I'm like, fuck. A second-class drive is better than a first-class walk. Just keep your mouth shut and fucking get where you got to go. And then he turns around out of the blue, and he goes, do you like pornographic movies? I'm like, excuse me? Like, do you watch porn at all? I'm like, yeah, sure, I watch porn. Yeah, what guy doesn't? And he's like, would you like to come to my house and watch porn with me? I'm like, no. No, thank you. I don't want to go and watch porn with you. And then I'm like, can you just pull over here? I'm just gonna jump out. This is too awkward now. I'm just gonna go. Yeah. And he didn't pull over. And I go, seriously, dude, pull the fucking car over. I am fucking getting out. He kept driving. Like, pull the fucking car over. And he just fucking, then he started to accelerate. And I'm like, fuck. All right. So I waited till as he came into town, he came to a fucking set of red lights. And as soon as he did that, I swung a fucking massive elbow just around straight into his fucking nose and just caved the front of his face in. Grabbed my pack that was sitting between my legs and like sort of just rolled out of the fucking car. Legged it.
Whoa. Hey, there's a couple of close calls there, mate. There's a couple of close calls there.
When you put them all together like that, yeah.
Yeah.
There was time between them. It wasn't, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a week.
It wasn't all in 1 week. It's been spread out, but yeah. Hey, Triff, do you like to watch pornographic movies?
Jesus. Oh, man. Wow. I don't know. What would you... Yeah, like, I think you did the only thing you could do. You know what I mean? Like, you just... Yeah.
I wasn't staying in the car.
No.
He had no movies I wanted to watch at any point in time.
Wow. That's trippy, man.
If I had have gone and watched those movies, I have no doubt in my mind he would have been starring in them.
Holy shit. Man, it's just things we fucking see, eh?
Man, I had two gay dudes pick us up, and they basically offered for me to come back. They offered me money and like gratuitous amounts of coke to come back and party with them. But like, they weren't pervs or anything. They were just 2 gay dudes who wanted to fuck a backpacker. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, yeah, cheers, flattered, but no. Yeah. And they're like, completely cool with it. They were fucking like, oh, you never know till you ask. Yeah.
Well, that's it.
They were like, yeah, fucking try it on. You never know. He might be into dick,
Yeah, exactly. And it's totally fine if you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, at least they treated you well.
They wanted to treat me better, but
I had, so many moons ago, in a land far, far away.
was it the refinery?
No.
Was it here in the refinery?
No, it was not. They used to have opposites balls. They used to have opposites balls. So basically, the chicks would go as dudes, and the dudes would go as chicks. And we used to get off our dials and have some fun with that. And so I was in a bit slimmer. I was about 18, 19. Bit slimmer, bit trimmer, you know what I mean?
I'm in my prime.
Exactly, yeah. And so I wore fishnet stockings, black miniskirt, and like a white fucking shirt.
Yeah.
And a blonde wig. Terrible blonde wig, terrible. However, because I'm me and I don't give a fuck, I wore that out, right?
Good.
Well, I think there was a group of us. Like all the dudes were dressed as chicks and all the chicks were dressed as dudes, right? And I had this fucking dude pinch me on the ass from behind.
Did he do it thinking you were a chick though, or did he?
Yes, the look on his face because I left my goatee on. The look on his face when I fucking turned around. I think
It's like,
it's all good, man. Don't worry about it. He's like,
unclean, shame. Bell ringing, following me around.
Oh man, no, it's actually here. Do you want to bring it back down to a spooky spiritual story? Talk about belief systems and stuff.
Yep.
So when I was in PNG the first time, we were on the side of a mountain, and there'd been landslide on the side of that mountain before.
Yep.
And it had killed 2 blokes. And so the boys we had working for us, we had 70% national workforce, which I think is pretty good. You know what I mean? Employ the locals. I think that's really good. However, they're very they have their own set of spiritual belief systems, and basically they were going to gorgor the rig, and a gorgor is like this vine, and you rock up to your wherever you work, and there's a gorgor on it, you can't work. That's it. It's over.
Yeah. Okay.
Until whatever the problem is sorted out.
Yep.
They were going to gorgor us and basically walk off unless we got it blessed unless we actually did a ceremony.
Yeah.
And that ceremony was basically sacrificing a pig.
Yeah. Right.
What they wanted to do is they wanted to cut the pig's head off over the hole we were going to drill, and then drill through the pig's head. We can't do that. You know what I mean? Like there's a whole heap of things.
Fucking Jesus.
Yeah. So, but what we did do, because I picked the language up pretty quickly, I sort of became like an interpreter. So I was talking to Max and like, okay, we'll get a pig. And basically what they ended up doing was slitting the throat of the pig over the hole.
Yep.
And this poor pig, man, like it was in the back of the troop carrier for fucking hours, man. Anyway, but they finally got it up. They did it. They took it away. They cooked it. I think it was about 800 kina for the pig. So I gave and 200 kina to cook it. So I gave like 1,400 kina to the village.
Yep.
A bit of extra, you know what I mean? Going, as a...
Yep.
Whatever. So they cook it, they bring it back, we eat some of it, and then the rest goes back. And then in the night, the shaman, for want of a better term, comes in and blesses the site and does the whatever he needs to do. And we were cool. Now, the interesting thing is that on that site, there was no incidents. Right? Now, like I said, I've got my diploma in workplace health and safety, okay? So you can predict pretty easily how many small incidents and when a serious incident's going to happen. Like there's a numbers game to it, right?
Yeah.
Nothing was happening. Like there was a fair few crazy near misses that probably should have been incidents but weren't.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
No shit.
No shit, man. Right? No shit.
Should make it a policy to get it all work sites. Got to get your work site blessed. Show me your blessing card, can't we? Not come on site.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, you haven't been blessed, mate. Go get blessed before you can come on site.
So, look, and you can decide, and even like up at the laydown yard, they went up to the laydown yard, and we had actually the fastest I've ever run in my life, I reckon, was when the fucking there was a landfall. Well, not landfall, bloody landslide.
Yeah, yep.
And it was on top of the ridge, and it basically this massive. And you could tell it was a massive tree. Like the trunk would have been as big as this room. Like that's how fucking big it was, you know. And you just heard this crack, like this sound, this crack, and basically it fell, and then took all the fucking side of the hill with it, man. And we're watching it, and we ran so fast, like
no shit,
man. It didn't, and the thing is, even
how many people died in that?
None. Even with that, it stopped just before the laydown.
No shit.
Like where the laydown yard, the hard stand was, where we actually had it, like we had like chipstone there.
Yep.
It literally stopped 20 metres before that.
Damn.
So, you know what I mean?
Have you ever been, because you're in PNG, have you ever been to a site where there's been a known massacre or a lot of people die? Have you ever been to a place where there's been a lot of death?
No, but I was in a gun battle. Well, not technically in a gun battle, but I was there. Look, the thing is, in PNG, especially at Lihia on the mine site, there's been heaps of people die there, man.
Yeah.
In mining accidents over the years. Like, there's been a lot.
When we were when I went to Timor with the army, one of the places we stayed at, there had been a massacre there.
Yeah.
Not during our deployment, but at some point, this building that we're occupying, there'd been a fucking massacre there. And we heard stories from the locals about fucking, babies and kids being thrown from the walls and stuff like that.
Jesus.
But the thing is, at this place, man, you could feel... You know when we went out for pizza earlier?
We went out for pizza earlier.
And that pizza place just had the worst vibe ever.
It was like a funeral, man. That's unbelievable.
It's like that, but magnified. It's a really horrible feeling.
Yeah.
And when we're... Obviously, because, we're on operations, we have pickets walking around 24/7, security, whatever. And I was on with a good friend of mine, Merv McDonald, rest his soul. He died in Afghanistan in a helicopter crash, unrelated. But we were working together this night, and we were on like a roving picket, basically just fucking walking around the compounds, checking everything, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And we're walking along, and it's like a corridor between two demountable buildings, big long thing, and there's a dude at the end. He looks like a local, but he looks fucking sick. Like, he's fucking very pale, fucking dude he's just a fucking mess. Looks like he hasn't slept in a month. And we like call out to this cunt. We're like, oi, what do you can't be in here. What are you doing? And he just started to walk off. And we fucking went after him, and we were just about to catch up to him, and he turned a corner. And when we went around the corner,
nothing there.
Gone. And there was nowhere for him to go. Like, it was a straight fucking thing for ages. There was nowhere for him to go in 30 seconds, let alone fucking, 2-3 seconds.
Crazy, eh?
Went around, he just fucking vanished.
Crazy,
yeah.
Eh?
Once again, if you have a look at the hair on the arms.
Yeah, man. Oh, look, dude, there's juju, there's energy, I know one of the most haunting things I heard over in PNG was some poor dude zigged when he should have zagged in a dump truck and rolled down the bloody side.
Yeah.
And they had a funeral procession for him, and they were singing the song of the dead, man. It was it was the most haunting, beautiful, fucking scary fucking things I've ever heard, just the mournful, just the song, man. Like, it's crazy, PNG's a weird place, man. PNG's a weird place. It's where we were at Lihia, that talk about, there's a big stone there, and technically there's a portal to another dimension there. And the story about the stone is that they reckon that there's gold in the stone.
Yeah.
But every time they try and drill into it or fucking take samples from it, the machine breaks. And it's happened like 20 times, so they just gave up.
No shit.
Yeah. It's an interesting place, man. It's an interesting place. I think they
Well, you grew up Northern Territory as well, so
yeah.
Northern Territory, PNG, obviously there's a lot of cultural history being that far north that most white Australians would never see, but Indigenous Australians would, that's their heartland, that's the heart of the country.
Yeah, man. Well, look, I mean, the thing is about Arnhem Land, there's, the amount of times I thought I was watched in Arnhem Land was a bit fucking weird sometimes, like when you're especially in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Did you ever go like full out fucking on a wander with any locals or anything like that?
Yeah, I was. I was privileged enough to actually do that, man. So I played AFL up there, right? So it was one white team, I think it was 6 Indigenous teams.
Yep.
And they'd play AFL instead of warring with each other. That was actually how they used to sort it out. They sorted it out on the footy field, right?
Yep.
And I knew a couple of the guys through school and stuff, but when I played, I didn't give any quarter, but I wasn't dirty. You know what I mean? I was just hard.
Yeah.
You know, I was hard but fair.
Yep.
And because that's how they play, I'd sort of earn their respect in playing like that. And actually, a few of the boys invited me out to Arnhem Land because you can get a sticker basically when you're there, and there's some place you can go with that sticker, and there's places you can't go.
That's, okay.
You know, I think you can get different coloured stickers. Well, that's how it used to be. I don't know how it is now. But yeah, I basically got dropped off at a Tina section in Arnhem Land.
Would that sticker save you if you wandered into the wrong place? Like, hey, I'm a tourist type thing. Is that?
Yeah, probably not. Depends what you were doing, I suppose. Yeah, depends on what you were doing.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So these boys picked me up, and basically we went and made spears, and I stayed with them. We went and did hunted crabs, which was a trippy experience, right? Because we went and got the branch and rolled the branch through the fire, to harden it up, and we used metal spikes and wire because it's modern times, so they would have used twine and spikes from the fish.
Yeah. Yep.
But they use like metal instead because it's better.
Yeah.
And it was to get mud crabs, man, like dinner plate fucking mud crabs, dude. And so in the morning we get up before light and we go out into the mangroves, and basically you got to step real careful because there's fucking crocodiles in the mangroves, man. Right? And my job was to get the torch, and it was basically to scan the bank, and like scanning bank, you see yellow eyes, crocodile. Okay. Keep scanning. Yellow eyes gone, crocodile in the water.
You're like, that's not comforting at all.
And I said, so what do we do? And he goes, don't worry. And this is no joke. Don't worry. We talk to the crocodile. It's okay. We leave him some crabs. And they were serious. And they actually did that, right? Nothing happened to us. They left some crabs on the bank. We got a good feed of crab. It's all good, man.
Nobody got eaten.
No one got eaten. Right? This is the thing. We have and the thing is, they would have did that. They would have that connection with the land and the animals. There's a lot of the tribes, especially the nomadic tribes, where they would hunt. Before they would hunt, they would summon the spirit of the animal. We need a kangaroo to feed our people. Is there a kangaroo willing to come forth at the end of its life to sacrifice itself, and we will honor the animal by using all the parts and da da da.
Yeah.
And that's what they do. They go out and a kangaroo bump out, bing, gone.
You know what? Like, it sounds crazy, but it's no different from people with manifestations from meditation.
It's no different. We are the most powerful manifestors that have ever existed ever, man. That's the truth, right? That you love this. The contradiction of being human is that on one hand, you are a drop in the ocean forgot about. You are less than nothing.
Yep.
Okay? That's true. On the other hand, you are the most powerful creator that ever existed, ever. And that is the dichotomy. You have to live in that space somewhere. Right?
Is it on acreage with big fences? And I'm completely self-sufficient.
Yeah. But no, that's the and you can get caught thinking about you're nothing, or you can get caught thinking you're fucking awesome, right? Really, there's a shade of grey in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Where you can affect your own reality through manifestation and perception and understanding. But I mean, those people had a closeness and a richness to the land and the animals that we don't understand. We got no fucking idea.
Yeah.
We don't know. We go
Distraction.
We go to Woolworths and buy a packet fucking meat in a plastic packet, mate.
Yeah. We were talking about this before. Distraction.
Yeah, distraction.
It's like you go back a couple of thousand years ago, and all the greatest thinkers and philosophers of our time
had less distraction.
There was nothing to distract them. They could sit around and think. Nowadays, it's like if you saw somebody sitting at a park, they're not reading anything, they've got no headphones in their ears, they're not on their phone, they're just sitting.
Yeah, minding their own business, yeah.
You would think they were fucking crazy. You'd be like, what is this dude doing? He's
Yeah,
just
you'd probably... Some people would ring the police and say there's some
right?
dude sitting in the park doing nothing.
There's a dude in the park doing nothing. He's just sitting here just like watching and staring. And it's like, go back thousands of years. That's what people did. They didn't have phones and headphones and fucking cars and, you know, they spoke, they communicated, they studied, they learned.
Yeah,
they didn't have distraction. I guarantee if I dropped you in a cabin with nothing but books, guess what you're going to start doing? You're going to start reading books.
Of course I'm going to read.
So it's like that's what they had back then. They weren't distracted by TV and Netflix and fucking cell phones and...
all the bullshit.
Yeah.
And the thing is, all that bullshit, all that distraction is designed to distract us from ourselves. It doesn't serve our soul, right? It doesn't serve our soul. There's parts of it that do. I think podcasting in a lot of ways is something that does serve the people because it's sharing knowledge and information with everybody, right? However, the generic crap that we grew up with, the TV and the advertising and blah, 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 that's not... Materialism is not designed to serve your soul. That's designed to suck the fucking life out of you. That's what it's designed to do, right? And we lose that connection with the land and with our environment and with ourselves more than anything else, man. You know, like, and you have to try and navigate your way through, or you got to manifest, mate. You got to manifest a space like you're sitting in right now. Yep. Where this is literally what we do. You know, all we've done is turn the mics on. We were still telling the stories. It's just like, oh shit, are we going to record something? We'll turn the mics on.
Turn the mics on and just see what comes up.
You know, and the thing is, this is an experience. You know, you've now been to the refinery. You know what it is now, and this is a place where things happen.
Now your biggest issue is going to be getting me to leave the refinery.
Getting you to not come back. Oh, Neil's back again.
It's me again.
But yeah, man, we are a powerful manifester, and you know, here's something I was discussing with actually Richard Patterson last night, and it's like you run into people who worry about stuff, right? Yep. And you may have been a warrior in your life, not like the warrior with the sword, but a warrior, the person that worries about a lot of shit, right? What percentage of that shit actually comes true? Is it even 1%? It's nothing. It's a fuck all of a percentage of the stuff that you think's going to happen actually happens, right? So let's pretend that it's 1%. Is there not a fairly good chance that you manifested that 1% into your existence, right? Oh, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Oh, fucking see, I told you it'd happen. Of course it fucking happened. You just told everybody for the last 2 weeks it was going to happen. Yeah, yeah. And then you're fucking surprised when it happens.
Self-fulfilling prophecies.
Exactly.
Yep.
Right? So if that's the true, then you are the master of your own perception and creation and observation. So you can fucking change whatever you want. Compliments to the chef. Compliments to the chef.
Thanks to the soulless Pizza Hut down the road.
Yeah, well, it was good pizza. Isn't that interesting?
It was good pizza, but yeah, not a lot of fucking happy people.
It was terrible. So terrible. Yeah, we both walked in there and like, you just started talking. As soon as we walked out, we're like, geez, that place was like dead. Like
Beetlejuice's waiting room.
Yeah, Beetlejuice's waiting room. That's what you said. But see, everything has energy, man, and and a lot of it's about the energy that you put into it. See, we took Beetlejuice's waiting room and started talking shit and had a laugh about it, and then left. But everyone else was still in Beetlejuice's waiting room, right? So
they weren't happy that we're even breaking their misery. Like, who are these clowns chatting in my fucking darkest of pizza parlors?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, the pizza Hut on the way to the fucking lower dimensions. Nice hot pizza, but yeah, yeah, man. And that you've got to. That's easy. If you could be sucked into something. I mean, it's a weird analogy, but you could be sucked into. You know, we could have went in there in a different state of mind, and we're like, oh fuck, you know, and maybe you've bought into that. Yeah. Lower energy, lower vibration, but instead we're like, oh fucking Jesus Christ, what's going on in here? You know, again, we're changing our perception of reality through that. You know, it's interesting. It's interesting. It's the enigma of life. I'm trying to unlock the code, you know?
Yeah, man.
But you talk about experience and perspective, and actually talk about the mirror ball. Right, I'm not too sure if we spoke about this last time. So one of the founding ideas behind some of the mental health stuff that we started talking about in this room fucking over 3 years ago now was the mirror ball, right? So imagine like a full 70s disco mirror ball, all
Yeah,
the
yep.
tiny little mirror pieces. What you have to do in order to react in a manner that befits you as a gentleman, as a decent person,
Yep.
is you need to gather as many. So you've got a blank ball, right?
Yep.
Your job is to grab as many perspectives as you can. And every one of those perspectives fucking represents a tile on the mirror ball, right?
Yep.
And you try and get as many as you can. Ones you disagree with, ones you think are stupid, everything, right? You get it all in, as much information as you can do. And then what you can do when a situation presents itself is because you've seen multiple perspectives of multiple different things, you can see that although this situation may feel like it's getting out of hand, whatever it is, you can see it from multiple perspectives
Enhances
at
the
once.
Rolodex of fucking experience.
Exactly. And you can then react in a manner that befits you, right? That you don't have to freak out. You don't have to get angry. You don't have... The more perspectives and understandings you can gain, that's what you need to do, man. And your job is to fill that fucking mirror ball up. Because when you do, you fucking be the disco mirror ball, man. Everyone loves the mirror ball. You know what I mean? You got as many perspectives as you can get, and you can then react. All seeing, and you can react as well as you can. Now, there's no fucking chance you're going to know all perspectives by the end of this round. However,
That's bullshit. I want to have them all sorted by tonight.
Tonight? What's the time? Get it done by midnight. Well, man, I think this one's coming to an end. I think this has been a very cool experience, dude. I think we will release this one, and we'll just call it storytelling.
I like it. Sounds good to me.
Show a little bit of a different perspective.
Note from the editor, just don't bother fact-checking anything. just don't waste your time.
What we're going to do, I'm going to give you a privilege, sir. So we're in the refinery. To your left, there is 3 Warrior Wisdom books in the bookcase there in the middle at the top one.
Oh, yep. We got Warrior Wisdom.
No, don't. You just go and lean over and grab whichever book you want.
Ugh.
It's all right. I can get us through while he's currently leaning over. The yoga master.
It's a long way away.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. So what I want you to do, bring the mic back for you.
Testicles 1, 2.
I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to flick to a page, and I want you to tell me what it says.
Oh, you're fucking challenging me. I haven't got my glasses, but here we go.
Do you want me to read it?
Do you want just the big writing at the top of the page?
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay, yeah, because I can read that. All right. The angry man will defeat himself in battle as in life.
Ooh, isn't that what we just talked about with perspectives?
There
What
we
does that?
go.
What does the other page say?
Peace is not the lack of war, but an inner virtue which has its source in the courage of the soul.
Boom. Is that not what we were actually talking about tonight?
Fucking nugget bombs everywhere in this. Look at this.
Yeah.
Wisdom. Tomorrow's battle is won during today's practice.
Mm.
It's really cool, man. You know what I've actually been looking into at the moment, because I think we spoke about this before. I've been doing a lot of reading on Stoicism.
Yes.
And Stoic philosophy.
Yes.
What I'm looking at now is samurai philosophy and samurai.
The Book of Five Rings and stuff like that.
So, yeah, I want to look for the overlaps, because obviously these guys all dominated in their respective fields, and there's a lot of
It's all the same,
overlap
man. It's all the same.
them.
Yeah, it's all the same. It's just different practice, different ways of doing it, but a lot of it is the same, yeah. The samurai stuff is interesting. So
it's funny that they're so geographically and time-based separated, yet still have these practices that have come to on their own conclusions.
Well, I would argue that once upon a time there was a global culture that promoted the proper virtues.
Collective consciousness.
Yeah, that promoted the proper virtues. The Book of Five Rings is interesting, actually, where you, in order to become a samurai, you would not be able to pick a sword up until you mastered the other 4, which were the father, the artist, the healer, and the lover.
Yeah, right.
When you mastered those 4,
yep,
you could then pick up your sword.
Right.
And
earn your stripes.
Exactly. And if you think about the consciousness of men, and this sort of ties into a lot of what you do, what parts are these men not honouring of themselves?
Man,
are they not honouring the healer, the artist, the lover, and the father, right? We're not. We are a multiple faceted side of self, and we need to make sure we honour each of those parts of ourselves individually in order to be complete, be whole.
Yeah.
Body, mind, soul, you know?
And every time I watch The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise, I literally just want to get on a plane and go to Japan and just go live out in the mountains, eh? Like, sign me up.
No, well, Wayne, thank you very much. Have you got any final words?
Work hard. Be good to your mother.
Fair enough. Good on you guys. So this will be Happy New Year, man. Happy New Year.
Yeah. We're about 24 hours out.
Yeah. About 24 hours out. It's the day before New Year. So Happy New Year, brother. Lots of cool things to be done in the new year. I think we'll do some more work, and we've got to do some stuff on your book.
Yeah, boy.
In a little while. I think we'll do a bit of a series on that. I think we'll sit down and work the details out on that. I think that'd be a good thing.
Sounds good to me, man.
All right, guys. Happy New Year. Look after yourselves. Stay safe. Be cool. And we'll talk soon. Cheers. Do you just want to go again?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Go again.
All right. I know you been here before. No surprises, settle the score. I know the darkness deep inside, reckless rage, poison pride. I know the anger, I know the pain, and I know the fear we do not name. And the one who comes to find me when my time is through, I know you, I know you. Wow! I know you. Better.